Central Coast Mariners have the advantage in the semi-finals after defeating Sydney FC 2-1 in the first leg at a rainy night at Allianz Stadium. A really fascinating battle, this one. There's a lot to discuss from this encounter, and we'd love to get your thoughts on this match, so feel free to join the conversation in the comments section. Quite interesting when we look at the lineup that Sydney fielded, these lineups and stats coming from Google. This one, not quite exactly what they played in terms of formation, but it was interesting when you look at that they named essentially 6 defenders. Of course, Jordan Courtney-Perkins, though, playing a bit high up the pitch on the left wing as he did last week in the elimination final. Girdwood Reich coming into midfield. He's played most of the season at centre back, but into midfield for this game, in position that he can play. And of course, Robbie Mack was the leading player up top for the Sky Blues. Central Coast Mariners, of course, it was a huge test for them backing up after returning from Oman just a few days ago after winning the AFC Cup final, and of course looking to lift the A-League Championship trophy. Again, the consistent lineup that we're seeing from Mariners in recent weeks. Alu Kowal, who scored that winning goal in the AFC Cup, getting a starting place in this match. DiPizio not available on the bench for the Mariners, so Bailey Brantman came in for this game. And it was a really fascinating first half, man. I thought Sydney FC, to be fair, probably the better team in that first half. Were on the front foot, had plenty of decent spells in possession and really pushing Mariners back into their own half. And they made the breakthrough. It came for Joel King, who once again doesn't score many A-League goals, but has got a couple of goals against the Mariners this season, scoring for Sydney FC after they capitalised on that pressure that they were building on the Mariners early on in that first half. Of course, again, we saw it from the Sky Blues, really pressing the Mariners high, putting them under pressure at every moment whenever Mariners were on the ball. Just overall in this game, the intensity was really high. There wasn't a lot of quiet moments in this game, especially in that second half where it just got even higher, and it was a boiling point, of course. But yes, the Sky Blues, for me, having the better of that first half, and then Josh Nisbet grabbing a crucial goal in the stroke of half time was so important. Look, obviously an error from Redmayne there, great shot from Docker. The parry from Redmayne straight to the feet of Josh Nisbet. Maybe the defenders could have done better to get there first, but Nisbet was there on the spot to put it home, and it just changed the vibe at half time. All of a sudden, the momentum was with the Mariners, and they capitalised on that momentum. 56th minute, Mikael Docker slotting home a penalty, another goal for Docker. It's been an incredible season for the Brazilian midfielder. And look, for me, looking at the penalty, I don't know whether I maybe need to have some more looks at the replay, but looking at it at real time in the stadium, in Allianz Stadium, and looking at the replays on the big screen, it looked like a penalty to me. I've seen some people with maybe some different thoughts on it. We'd love to get your thoughts on it. Was it a penalty? Was it not? To me, it looked like a penalty. And then from there, soon after that first red card to Jack Rodwell, straight red for me. When us Mariners fans, we all saw it in the stadium, we were all up instantly. The original decision was yellow card. It had to be a red card, and I don't think that anyone can complain with that. The studs are up. It's very, very much forceful contact. I mean, look at Thea Harris. He goes flying over. It's heavy contact. It's a really, really dangerous challenge, and it's a red card, and Rodwell's obviously going to miss next week, as is Corey Holman, who got sent off later on in the game as well. A second yellow. Always dangerous when you're lifting up the arm, making contact with an opposition player's face, and again, breaking down a promising attack. I don't think you can have many complaints with the second yellow there. And Holman was sent off, and that really killed the game for Sydney FC. They did not have too much hope of coming back. I thought Fabio Gomez provided Sydney FC a bit of a spark in that second half. But from there on out, Central Coast Mariners just cruised to the win. And to be honest, really should have scored a third goal. Central Coast were really pushing Sydney FC back. Obviously, Sydney with just 9 players on the field. And Central Coast Mariners had an opportunity here to really kill off this semi-final tie. Obviously, nothing's done in football. But hey, another goal or two would have been huge for Mariners. Obviously, we'll take the win. But a really fascinating battle, man. I mean, Sydney FC will be disappointed with after a positive first half not to come away with at least a draw from this game, man. That second half really, they fell apart with those 2 red cards and couldn't quite mount a fight. And Mariners holding on for their first win against Sydney FC of the season, which is huge. hugely important because obviously the Sky Blues defeating Mariners both times earlier on in the A-League season. The Mariners getting over them this time around, especially backing up after the AFC Cup final on Monday morning Australian time. Huge effort for the Mariners, and it now sets up a tantalising second leg in Gosford on Saturday night. A match that Mariners are obviously going to be heading into as favourites. Have been strong at home this season, and with a 1-goal advantage, it should be enough, right? It should be, right? I mean, we'll see what what side Sydney FC field for this game. Obviously, they're going to be without Jack Rodwell. You'd imagine someone like Gabriel Osoto will come in for him. Corey Holman is a big loss. He's been pretty crucial in that Sydney FC midfield. Maybe we see someone like Anthony Caceres maybe drop back to a deeper role in the middle of the park as well. Really exciting second leg coming up next week between these two teams. Very happy to see the Mariners finally get the win over Sydney FC this season. Drop your thoughts on this match in the comment section down below. And thank you very much for tuning in to my review and reaction to this semi-final first leg. My name is Lucky. This is Cosford Football. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next one.